king, I am not a god, I am Hunkpain!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome! In this video I will show you how to mod your Incarnon ZYLOK for level 9999, or known as the level cap in Warframe. But first, let's go for the speedrun so you check the power of this gun. Let's go!
Always primed. You don't have the heart for this. Plenty for all. When I kill them, they stay killed.
And welcome back, Tano. I hope you enjoyed the speedrun. If you did, let me know in the comments below and hit that like button while you're at it. And now for the build. Starting with the Archon Shards setup. 2 Emerald Archon Shards to push the stacks of Corrosive from 10 to 14 to armor strip enemies by just modding your ZYLOK with Corrosive, simple as that. So you don't rely on any helmet ability like Theros Strike, Pillage Terrify to armor strip, or any Fox School like Yunairo. For example, if you're going to Void Cascade, using Madurai is really good since you can take down the Thrax Centurion second form in one shot. For the helmet ability, we're going to be using Nourish to proc Viral alongside with our Corrosive modded in our weapon. As you know, you can't have Corrosive and Viral modded together in the same weapon. And now for the Thanos that doesn't like to use the 2 Emerald Archon Shards to armor strip and mod their weapon for Corrosive, I got you. You can use a armor stripping helmet ability instead of Nourish, or you can use a Yunairo Fox School to armor strip. Now, how you're going to be proccing Viral? 2 options. One, you're going to be using a priming weapon, meaning a weapon will prime your enemies with stats that you want, including Viral, or you're going to be using the Panzer Vulpaphyla to proc Viral for you, and the problem is solved. And now for the third type of Thanos that doesn't like to use the Emerald Archon Shards or Nourish or helmet ability to armor strip, I got you. What you want to do to armor strip is use Yunairo. Which part of Yunairo is the Caustic Strike. Second ability launches an energy bomb that explodes with 8-meter radius, stripping 100% of enemy armor. Tap again to detonate in flight. Simple as that. So, armor strip secured. And you're going to be using whatever helmet ability you want to use. Now, how are you going to be proccing Viral? Same thing. Using a primary weapon like Sedo, for example, really good weapon, or you're going to be using the Panzer Vulpaphyla like I just showed. Now, I will leave you like a picture right here that shows you what you can do. Save it, print it, do whatever you want with it to help you and guide you through the armor stripping and helmet and how to put things together. Very good one. And now for Nidus build, and you can apply this on any Warframe you want. It doesn't have to be Nidus. I use Nidus, Revenant, and so on, so I don't boost the weapon in any way or apply a meta complicated boost that doesn't show really what this weapon is capable of. Now, in the Aura Pistol Amp, if you're going to be switching between primary, secondary, and melee, of course you can use the Holster Amp. Arcane Precision for 300% damage, and Arcane Velocity for 90% chance for 120% fire rate. The modding here, it doesn't matter. You can apply your favorite Warframe in here and maybe you will perform better if you're going to be using Sarin, for example, and so on and so on. For the ZYLOK, first evolution, the headshots will charge your Incarnon meter, and the alt fire, which is the button on the mouse wheel, like you perform a heavy attack or when you throw a glaive to detonate. Now when it's active, it charges a large single shot that deals radial heat damage. Now, evolution 2, we're going to be using the Muller's magazine, okay? On reload from empty, increase your base critical damage multiplier by 1, stacks up to 2 times. For the evolution 3, we're going to be using extended volley. For the evolution 4, we're going to be using the Commodore's fortune to increase your base critical chance by 30%. And now for the modding, starting with Ornate Strike for 220% additive damage. Now, if you're going against specific faction, you can use the Corpus, the Grineer, the Infested, the Orkin, which is the Corrupted, and you're good to go. Now, I'll be honest with you, I took Ornate Strike mainly for the Thrax Centurions because there is no multiplicative faction against them, but it managed to kill all type enemies, level cap Grineer, level cap Corpus, no problem. So if you don't have these, don't worry about it. Like, the weapon is already tested without even roar or whatever. Okay, Primed Pistol Gambit for the critical chance, Primed Target Cracker for critical damage, Lethal Turret for fire rate and multi-shot, Galvanized Diffusion for multi-shot and more kills, more multi-shot. Eximus Advantage is the augment for the ZYLOK. Headshot on Eximus enemies will give you the 600% damage for 10 seconds. Really good, but if you have a, let's say, a Riven, you want to switch it with this one. If you want to use the Ornate Strike with the multiplicative damage, you want to switch that one. Okay, Primed Pistol Pestilence for Toxin and Statue Chance, Primed Convulsion for Electricity. Now, if you want to switch this build to Viral, it's really simple. All you have to do is remove Convulsion and equip a cold mod, like for example the Frost Bite 6060. There you go, the weapon is already Viral in here. And pay attention to the new statue rework. I will make a video about it. Like, when you see a 0, X0 means these enemies are resistant to that. When you see X1, X whatever, like the first number, not 0, means you do more damage, for example, to the Orkin, which is the Corrupted. Simple as that. Here you go in the Corrosive. For example, I do more damage to Grineer and Kuva Grineer, and the Sentient are resistant to me. You don't actually find any Sentients, really. Secondary Deadhead on Precision Headshot Kill, 120% damage for 24 seconds, stacks up to 3 times, 30% Headshot Multiplier, and minus Weapon Recoil. Now, I take this one or the Secondary Encumber against the Thrax Centurions, okay? Or, for example, if I'm going against a faction I'm not modded for, or I don't have enough elements for, I go Secondary Encumber. Okay, Secondary Deadhead mainly for Thrax. Now, if you're going, for example, let's say for the Survival or something like that, I would highly recommend you use Secondary Mercilize. You're good to go. And now let's test the weapon against level 225 Thrax Centurion Steel Path. There is nothing to prove here, the weapon already level capped. But first we need to do, for example, the headshot on the Eximus. Boom. And now we have the 600 active. I like to use the single targeting without the Incarnon form, especially against the Thraxes. The reason for that, the Incarnon form is a bit, or it's a lot slow for the pace of Thrax Centurions that they run around. You need to kill them really quick, and the Incarnon form is not that good. So when I use the Incarnon form, I use it especially against Orkins or Grineer or so on. Let's get one Eximus as well. Eximus unit, here you go. Agreed. Boom. And then one shot, 600 Eximus advantage, and then look at that, activating the Nourish for Viral, or if you're using Panzer Bafila, and so on. We're not even reaching enemies to be armor stripped. They are too weak to handle the power of the ZYLOK. And now for the Nautilus build, Cordon to pull enemies, a Manifold to pull more enemies, Tenacious Bond for critical damage, and so on. The Volclock to reach the 105 critical chance for the Tenacious Bond to be active. In the end, I would rate this weapon 7 out of 10. There is a lot of weapons better than this one, but it's worth building and it's really fun to use. I want to say thank you so much for watching and all your amazing support. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, turn the bell on to get a notification when I release videos. Tons of videos in the channels that can help you through your time in Warframe. Big love to you all, and I will see you next time.
I am not a king, I am not a god, I am Hunkpain.